Alright, welcome back. In this section, we're going to be talking about attributes. And talking about attributes are simply a method we can add extra information to tags. We have looked at what tags are, and I told us of the two types of tags we have. Let's just recap on that. We have the opening and the closing tags, and then we have the self-closing tags. So if we want to add some other attributes or some other things to this, they are known as attributes, and they are in this form. You have the tag name, whatever the tag may be, and then you have something like this. This is in the form of key and the value. So you're going to be if you are going to focus more on programming, you'll be hearing that a lot, key value pairs. So it is similar to this. You give a name and then you pass in some value. There are some examples here. You have, this is the first one, you have an img, which is for image, and it is a self-closing tag, and then inside we have a source src, which means where we want this image to be coming from. Now the image can come from two places. The first one is from our local machine, or the next one can be from an image online. We can just copy the link and paste. I'll show us how we can do both of them. And then this is another one. We have a p tag, which is for paragraph, but now it has a class of selected. We're going to look at this. Don't bother if you don't get to understand everything here. As we continue, we're going to use all of this and you get to understand it, and you'll use it often. Now the next one is the a tag, which is the anchor tag, which is a means of getting us to another page. href www.facebook.com, click to visit Facebook. We'll see this in action. And then this one, the link, which we can use to add some other things to our page. In this case, we are having this attribute, and another attribute. We are going to see all of these and how it works. So before we go into that, let's go into our code, and then we are going to start with I'll show us something first. I've opened the page. This is from the Mozilla Development Network, which I have started showing us from the previous video. And then this is a list of attributes, and you can see the first thing you're going to notice is that there are a lot of attributes here, but I don't think you'll be using up to 80% of these. There are just some we're going to be using. So we're going to, I'll try to explain some of the ones we're going to be using here as we go on. I won't want to just begin to list out them one after the other, but I just wanted to show you that this page exists. So in case you're confused, you can come and look at it. In this case, this is an action attribute which you're going to be using, and it works on form, and then it shows that the URL of a program that processes the information submitted via the form. So we're going to be using this action when we are working on forms. You're going to see that as we continue. So let's come back here and go further. Next, we're going to be talking about images. That is where we're going to begin to use some of these attributes, and you can see from this, you just have to indicate the tag img, and then you pass in the source and the name of the file or the name of the image you want to pass. In this case, I have house stored on my local machine, which I have downloaded from, I just searched houses on Google and I picked this one and I stored to use as an example. But I will show us two ways in which we can use images even without storing on our machine. So this is it. I'll come back here and we have an empty page. We just have our boilerplate setup. So I will just save the title as images, and if I save, automatically you can see it reflects here. So what we want to do now is add an image. It's very simple. Instead of doing and typing img src equal, and then we pass in all of these, it's very easy for us. If you're using VS Code and some other editors, you just have to type img and enter, and the whole thing comes in for you. So in this case, it automatically provides two attributes for us. The first one is the source. The source means the link where you want the image to be coming from, and then the other one is an alt. This alt means it's a text you're going to put here in case the person using your opening your page has a slow network and the image refuses to load. Now the text you're going to pass in here will indicate that this is what is supposed to be here. So what I'll do now is I'll pick this image from here. I'll just copy the source completely. I'll copy the whole source link and I'll come and paste it here. So if I paste it here, see, it's quite long, but I'll remove it and show us until if I save it, you see automatically the image shows, but you can see it is quite long. So I'll remove this and I'll show you where you can get images for free. So to get images for free, you just have to come to unsplash.com. You should bookmark this page because you're going to be using it a lot if you need some HD pictures. And I'll just quickly choose one of these. Let's say I'll click on nature and I want one of these images here. Okay, let's say I want this one. I'll just right click it and I'll copy image address. And if I copy this image address, I'll come back to my code and I'll paste this. So if I save this now, you see I have that image on my screen. So that is how you can use put an image. And then the next way you can put an image is via when the image is on your local machine already. Now in this case I have two images here, which one is going to be which I've downloaded, which is part of your assignment. So what I'm going to do now is I'll create another one and let's show you how you can use this. But I can keep an alt text here, nature, so it's there. Now if I want to use this, it's on my machine. So for you to access that image on your machine, you have to put / because it is in the same folder with this. So if you press / it shows everything there, and we want house. So if I put house, and you can see the house image is that same one. So if I put this and I give this as house and I save that, you can see I have this image as well. So that is how you can add images to your page. And then next is we're going to be looking at links. So links, what they do is that they take us to another page, or it could be another page within our page or a different page, an external source. So this is how we do it. We use the a tag, which is known as the anchor tag, and then we pass in href, and then we pass in the URL, that is the website we want to go to, and then we can put some other thing here. So in this case I'll just quickly come here and I'll put a. If you put a and you press enter, it will automatically complete for you. So we want to go to Google, so https google www.google.com, and then here if we save this, nothing is going to happen. So we have to put a text here. We can say visit Google. So if we click and if we save now, you can see we have it here. What I'll do is I'll try to put a br tag here, so it breaks it and puts it on another line. So we have this here. So if we click on this, it will take us to Google page, as you can see from here. So I'll go back to what we're doing, and you can see that's how it works. And then we can also, instead of using this, we can put a button here, and then we put visit Google, and we save this. So it looks like a button now. When you click on this, it takes you to Google. I believe you understand what we're doing. All right, that is how you use an anchor tag. So it can be used in this way. If you can copy this and duplicate a number of times. And I want you to notice something. I added a tag in another tag, which is completely possible. If I want to use this image here, as a link, I just have to add this image tag in the anchor tag. So if I copy this image here and I put it inside of here and I save, this will disappear. Okay, it comes here because I copied, I did not. So we have another image now. So what happens is this image now is a link. If I click on this link, if you see, as I hover on it, watch this place here. So as I hover on it, it's telling us that if you click on it, you're going to go to Google. So that means if I click on it, you can see the image is now a link as well. That means you can use an image as a link. So I believe you understand that. Alright, so this is where I'm going to stop this video now, and then in our next video we're going to be talking about divs and spans. You get to understand what they mean. But for this video, this is the assignment I'll want you to do. it's just a simple page. Welcome to CodeNaij. CodeNaij is a place, I think you have to correct this, where you learn to code. It's completely free, and our target is to get Naija developed technologically. So some of the courses offered are, so this is, I think, an H2 tag, and then we have P tags here, and then we have a list, and then here we have join our page. Now if you click on this, I want to show you something. If you click on this, it will take you to Facebook, and if you click on this is a button. I've shown you how to do it, but now I've replaced I used an image here. If you click on this button, it will take you to YouTube official page, but I want you to do something here. This is a different one. I didn't explain it, but I would want you to make a research on it and find out how it works. Now on all these pages, if you click on this, it will open on that your main page. That is not what you want. If someone is visiting your page and you want to click, and you wouldn't want the person to leave your page, so instead you want it to open on another page. So I've done the same. I've done it here. Now if I click on follow us on Instagram, you see it opened another tab, unlike the previous ones which were opening on the same page. So I believe you understand what I'm trying to explain here. While this one will open on the page, on the same page, if you click on this one, it will open on another tab. So I would want you to do that and make research, find out how it is done. Alright, so that's it.